born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. Four babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you can join me this Thursday morning, June 13th, 2024, 6:30 a.m. Here at Forex Smart Trade. We specialize in teaching people how to currency trade using our simple but very accurate proprietary indicators. And we're so confident in our ability to do that. That once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money and split what you make. So it's a win-win for both of us. And what I'm going to do this morning is show you one of our dozen different trade strategies. This is the one I principally trade with, and we'll see what we can find this morning. With that, we need to start by listening to this guy, and then we'll get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the, we teach using multiple means. We've got recordings, we've got group webinars, we've got live trade sessions like this. I do 3 a week, Monday afternoon, Tuesday, and Thursday morning. When you become a member, every morning we do a live trade with a person who's a good trader, so you can watch them walk through their analysis and then learn from it and ideally be able to replicate it and copy it. We do it again in the afternoon, and one of the ways we help you stay on the top of your game is that we are always training. We've got multiple training sessions a week. Some advanced, some back to the basics, where we're continuing to review the fundamentals, the blocking and tackling, if you will. Because if you do it right, you'll be profitable, and we're very confident in that. I like to work off of a checklist. That checklist kind of helps me stay focused. Every day I like to restart the green charts. It keeps the memory going fast. Every 3 or 4 days I like to restart the computer for the same reason. And it also picks up any updates that have happened. They are constantly tinkering with, even though it's been around 25 years and it is unbelievably accurate, they still tweak it. A good habit, an important habit, not just in trading but in life, is kind of review the activities of the day and see what could have been improved upon. And with respect to trading, that is what trades didn't go the way I wanted, and can I see why? On Tuesday, we took a little scalp trade. I'm not going to go back and look at it now, but I did look at it. The signal was good. Everything was there. The only hesitancy might have been that it was hanging out for a while. It wasn't a straight up and down. It's preferable when it's a straight up and down. On those ones where it's hanging, the turn hangs, and it went down a little. It kept going down a little bit, and then finally, the signal changed. So we didn't get the snap we were looking for. But that trade is accurate 90% of the time. So if I see that, I would take it. I would take it again. So there was nothing other than holding back because of that little bit of the lines weren't quite as straight, or it didn't go up and down. It was like sideways, and so the sideways sometimes throws off the kind of the rubber band snap that we're looking for. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action. Some people trade on the news. We don't. But we want to know what the news is so we can trade around it. And the best place, or the place I like to get the news, is Forex Factory. Forex Factory breaks news down into 3 categories. Yellow, which is low impact. I tend to ignore those. Medium is orange is medium, and red is high. These high ones are ones that I want to trade around. And this morning, we've got some news on the U.S. dollar, core PPI. What is that price? What is PPI? Finished goods producer price index. So that kind of is like a little judge of inflation. So basically it's, it's hard to trade off of the news because it's a function of what the expectation of the number is versus what it actually is. I think the Fed yesterday announced that they don't have an immediate plan to reduce interest rates yet, but they will make a cut. It seems like inflation is starting to fall off. I think it was up 3% year over year, and it was like flat over the last quarter. And then we've got unemployment claims. The unemployment market seems to be, we've got good employment. So we will stay out of the USD this morning. Some people do try to trade around the orange ones. I don't. Secretary Yellen is speaking. I don't know. I don't have too much respect for her. She said some things that are clearly wrong if you know things about economics. I think most people discount her when she speaks. All right, so let's see what we've got this morning. The trade I am going to do is, and as I said, we've got a dozen different signals. And when we coach someone, we customize a trade plan based around their availability to trade and their kind of risk preferences. This one suits me. It's called the 10-point trade signal. I traded off of a 1-hour chart. On a 1-hour chart, it's going to close within 1 to 3 hours. On a 1-hour chart, a trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. That the band of the support and resistance on a 1-hour chart is between 30 and 40 pips. And depending on where we are within that band, that's how much room we have to execute a trade. And my sweet spot is 11 pips. You'll see. Usually, I'm trading a lot size of 10. I've got an account over $100,000, and on a lot size of 10, 11 pips is like $1,100. So that's my sweet spot. So with that, let's take a look at what we've got. And basically, we're trying to get all the lines to line up from the 3 different sections. So the chart we're going to trade off of is the light 6 major, which is one of the standard charts. It's a composite chart. It's going to show us 6 different pairs that we can trade. These are all U.S. based pairs. On the other charts, I have non-U.S. based pairs. Now, I'm going to take 30 minutes to go through these, but in reality, you can do this in 5 minutes. The signal's either there or not. And if it is, then it's a couple more minutes. But since I'm teaching, I'm going to kind of go through it a little slower. I start in the middle section of the chart, which are the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. When the lines are below the red line, the market's oversold. That's a good time to buy. So I'm looking for them when they're going up like this, and I want to ride it through the channel and get my here would have been 12 pips over the course of 2-3 hours. So that's what I'm looking for. So here we're overbought. All the lines are coming down. And I have what I call a double cross, where the black line's crossed over and the red line is just barely crossed over. It's peeking out. I like to have the green line better than 45 degrees, which it is. When I have all 3, well, we're kind of losing it a little bit, the cross. Like right now, it's fluctuating a little bit. When it fluctuates up, we lose the cross. I like it that the green line has entered the channel. I would jump up to the TNTs, and there are 4 lines here, the 2 orange lines and the 2 blue lines. The thick and thin orange are coming down, supporting what I'm seeing here. Dotted blue is going up. Blue lines are inversely related, so when blue goes up, that means sell. So 3 of the 4 lines here are telling me sell. I need at least 3 of the lines telling me sell, and I've got that. And then I am going to look at what the pressure is doing. And I want the pressure lines going down. We have got very, very weak down pressure. Green line's going down and the red line's going down. What makes it weak pressure is the slope of the line and how close the lines are. So here we've got almost no slope, and the lines are probably as spread as you can get them. Now, normally I would go to my next step, which is to confirm this setup. I'm not, because we're not going to trade on the USD this morning. But this is kind of okay, this is what I'm looking for. Euro USD, oversold going down. So nothing there. Pound USD reaching oversold. Everybody's going down. Now, can I get 11 pips when we're oversold and it's going down? Yes, you can. It's just not part of my trade plan. I'd rather take less risk. I'm looking just to make 30 pips a day. If I make the 30 pips a day, I'm great. I don't need to trade anymore. Pound USD oversold going down. Dollar Canadian dollar oversold. Everybody's going up. We have the double cross. I generally will pass once the green line has gone past the halfway mark, which it has. Other thing I don't like about this is we've got a little kink in the line, the green line here, where we're going from more steep to less steep. When it goes from more steep to less steep, that means the move is kind of running out of gas. So I don't want to get on that bus. Dollar Swiss franc overbought going up. Dollar Canadian dollar, dollar yen overbought. Everybody's coming down, double cross. Here we are less than halfway. So I've got the 3 points. One, we're overbought. Two, everybody's going down. Three, I've got the double cross. Steepness on the green line is better than 45 degrees. Green line has entered the channel, which I like. I don't mind that the miners have run through the channel. I care more about the position of the green line on the major indicator. So we're less than halfway. But I don't like the kink in the line. Again, going from more steep to less steep. So we're going to pass. So I've cloned this chart. We've got 6 more pairs that are non-USD. Euro pound. We touched oversold. Everybody's going up, double cross. We're a little late on this signal. Nice. We've got the 3 points here. Nice steepness on the green line. I like that the lines are clustered. The majors and minors are kind of together versus like over here where they're separated. But we're a little bit more than halfway. So I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass on this. Australian dollar yen overbought. Everybody's going down. Double cross. So the 3 points. Here we've got a situation where the green line is going from less steep to more steep. So I like that. Good steepness on the green line. So we've got 3 points here. When I jump up to my TNTs, 2 orange lines going down very steeply, dotted blue going up, so 3 of the 4 here. And I've got very weak up pressure with green on top. I want either down pressure or I want the red line on top, and I don't have that here. So I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass. It's rolling. It's almost flat and about to come down, but it's not quite there yet. The other reason I would pass on this is because of the time of day. In Australia, it is 14 hours difference, and in Japan it's 12 hours difference. So it's the middle of the night, and on a 1 hour chart, I want it to be active trading in one of these markets so that we get the move. When it's less than active trading, it takes longer for the move to materialize, and the signal could change while we're waiting for this to happen, or we won't get the pips that we're looking for. So we're going to pass. Euro Canadian dollar oversold. Miners have turned. The majors haven't yet. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar oversold. Miners have turned. The majors haven't. Pound yen. We're reaching oversold. We're coming down through the channel. So ideally, 2 hours ago, this is what we would have been looking for. And that's 23 pips over the course of 2 hours. So we would have easily gotten our 11 pips here. Oversold. Miners are coming up. Majors are sideways. I don't have all the lines going up. The red line's still going down. I want all the lines going up, and I want that double cross. So not quite ready here. So let's go to the next group. Canadian dollar, yen, overbought. Everybody's coming down. Double cross, so all 3 points. We're just at the halfway mark with the green line, so that's okay. I don't like that there's a little kink in the line. Don't like that there's a little kink in the line. Let's see. 2 orange lines going down, dotted blue coming up. So 3 of the 4 here. And we've got weak up pressure with red on top. So we've got a point here. So 3 points here. 3 points here and 1 point here. So let us, so we have all the points. So Canadian dollar, yen, sell. When I see the signal, I want to confirm it. And the way I confirm it is by looking at the 2 and the 4 hour chart on the Canadian dollar yen. So let's do that. And you can see I already looked at this earlier. So on the 2 hour chart, I am looking to be overbought. And we are overbought. In this case, the lines are all coming down. So this by itself is a good signal on a 2 hour chart. The lines don't have to be going down, but I do want it overbought. And the reason I want it overbought is if this weakens, we can pick up the trade off of the 2 hour or the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we're overbought. 3 of the 4 lines are going down. As I said, they don't need to be going down. So I have the confirmation I want. Now the question is, what's the trade worth? So I am going to go to a clean chart and see what the trade is worth. And before you came on, I went ahead and dropped in. I pulled up the clean chart and I dropped in some support and resistance. And support and resistance are spots where the lines, the candle bases seem to stop. So you can see it stopped in here and here, over here, over here, in here, in here, over here. So I've dropped these lines in. Now I'm going to open this up so we can see it a little bit better. Now, the other thing I want to know is what's the trend? We've got a very weak uptrend, and the trend is going to go into my consideration of how many pips to take. So if I am trading against the trend, which we are now because we've got a sell signal and we've got a buy trend where it kind of is going up, I want to look and see how many pips I have. How many pips I have from where we are to the next line. Now, you could argue this is a line or this is the line. In fact, let's just move this down a little bit. I guess you could say it's a little bit of an art here. You know, it's stopping in here, stopping in here, stopping in here, here, over here. Now, the question is, I don't like to trade through the line, through the support line. So I'm going to so 4 pips to this line. 11 pips back. If I come down to this line, there's 21 pips. You can see it up in the top left. I'm just thinking about what I want to do here. If I want to trade through this line or not. See, since I want to get in and get out quickly within that 1 to 3 hours, when it bounces on this line, like see when it came up, it bounced, came back, bounced, and then it went through. So you've got 1, 2, 3, took 3 hours to go to break through that line. And you can see here it went up, it bounced, it went up, bounced, and then pulled back. I don't want to hit this bounce. I want to get in and get out while we're in this, in the channel. So I'm trying to decide whether I want to do that. Let's take a look at the signal one more time. Now, the other thing we could do, we could make it a pending trade. That once it breaks here, that we take it like over here. And once it breaks here, we take it to down here. We'll look at it one more time. I don't want to take a pending trade. We're going to pass on this trade. Let's see what else we have. I don't want to trade through the support and resistance. And I don't want to give you guys a pending trade because that takes a little bit of, you need to be able to manage it. And since I'm not around to help you manage it, I don't want to, I don't want to get you set up and then things change and you're not able to deal with it. Euro New Zealand oversold. We got disagreement. Pound New Zealand oversold. We've got disagreement. The miners have started to turn. Majors still going down. New Zealand dollar yen oversold. Everybody's going down. Double cross. Good steepness on the green line. Green line's entered the channel. Problem is that it's evening in both of these markets. This is a nice signal, though. New Zealand USD overbought. Everybody's coming down. Double cross. Good steepness on the green line. We've got a little kink in the green line where we're going from less steep to more steep. This is a good setup. 2 orange lines going down. Incredible steepness here. Dotted blue going up. So 3 of the 4. We've got very weak down pressure. Problem is we've got that news announcement that's coming up at 8:30. I don't like to trade within 2 hours of the news announcement because what happens is some people get access to, those numbers are already known. They've had them figured out yesterday, and they're just announcing them. People who are connected get access to those numbers, and they start trading off of them. So it's you can't compete when somebody gets able to get advice beforehand or get information beforehand. So it starts to move the market before the indicators pick it up. So you can get stopped out because of the news event. So, but in terms of a setup, this is what we're looking for. Euro, Swiss franc oversold. They're touching oversold. Everybody's sideways. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar overbought, but not everybody's going down. Swiss franc yen oversold going down. Euro yen oversold going down. Pound Australian dollar oversold going down. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc overbought. We don't have agreement. And Canadian dollar, Swiss franc overbought. We don't have agreement. We've got only 21 seconds left. We might have a buy here. Let's see what happens with this number. This is on a different signal, the thick orange line signal. And we didn't get enough of a bump here. This number needed to change by 1. It only changed by 0.3. If this stays where it's at, if this number stays between 0 and 1, so the thick orange line is a scaled number. So when it's at 0, it thinks there's no more down in the move. If there's no more down in the move, that's the time to buy. When it gets to the end of the hour, when there's less than 5 minutes left, if this is at 0, which it was when we looked at it, a minute ago, and the red line on the major indicator is past the horizontal red line, that's a buy that's worth 5 pips. That's a trade that we took on Tuesday that didn't work. So if this stays this way for the next hour, this is a trade worth 5 pips. But this morning, sorry gang, we didn't find anything that I liked well enough to trade. Actually, let's go back just out of curiosity and take a look at what this guy was doing. So it's moving down. It's gone to oversold, and then so he's hitting this line. We could have taken it for the 4 pips, but I don't really like it. It's not worth the risk reward for me to take a trade less than 10 pips. It's too much energy to have to keep track of it, and I'm not interested. I'd rather just wait till I find a nice 10 pip trade. So, and you can see how it's bouncing, kind of stopped here. Now, if it works its way through, that's a different idea. And had we taken the pending trade, we would have probably taken it past this wick. Like if it moved past here, we would have taken the sell trade. But again, taking a pending trade takes a little bit more skill. So I didn't want to leave you with the pending trade, and you can see it bounced and turned. So that's why I didn't want to take it. All right. If you're interested in learning how to currency trade, we are very good at it. We've got the tools. We've got the process in place. The best way to learn something is to find somebody who's good at it and get them to teach you, to have a mentor, have somebody whose interests are aligned with yours. And that's exactly what we do. All right, gang. Have a terrific rest of the day, and we will see you on Monday. On Monday, I will be somewhere in Europe, and we will be operating from there. Again, one of the great benefits of currency trading is that you can do it from anywhere. All right, gang. Thanks so much. We'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.